Okay, so we're going to do a session. It is 18:05 on the 3rd of September 2025. It is Wednesday. What is prompting this session is I just, did the Sai Prashnavali. I've had uh, let's just say I've stayed off, the pendulum and just had a relaxed day since afternoon. And last 3 days I've been eating thepla and today I ate some very nice carrot and some different type of a roti, and I've been offering it also. So anyway, today I got something on Sai Prashnavali which says, "What good days will come, you will be happy." So I remember Narendra Damodar Das Modi, the PM, who's supposed to be the PM of the country. So that's his Achhe Din Aayenge. So off camera, I just checked with the pendulum to see if anybody is there. I also checked is Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, his spirit around. Since today in the morning I got chapter 50, I mentioned it earlier also, where it talks about a royal reception. It talks about many people visiting Shirdi Sai Baba, lots of people. So, okay, there's plenty. So, I understood there are many people visiting. So, I did little offering, not too much. I should, in fact, do little more. So, give me little 2 minutes. Before this, let's just show you what the time is. It is 3rd of September 2025. It's a Wednesday. It's 18:07 in the evening. Okay. So just give me 2 minutes. I think I better do some offering. So we will continue with the session. I've just offered little. There is little of the farsan wafers, some pear and apple. I was asked for tea, which is tea leaves I had forgotten for the last 2-3 weeks. So I removed it. I didn't put a new one replacement. So now I've just done that, and some chivra. Okay, so this is what is here, and there's some chas on the table, on my dining table, along with some aki roti, which is primarily I was eating thepla before. Today I needed a break. I've eaten the same thing for so long. I can keep every day eating the same thing. So I had something little different, but it's all vegetarian. Okay, so I did that also with some curd and all. I've kept it. Now I have spoken off the camera to the pendulum, and I have got direction, but I will redo this. Okay, it's a nice evening. It's a good evening. Generally, when they are going in for the proceedings, they don't hang around over here. Okay, they go away somewhere else. The proceedings happen somewhere else, then they are not available on the pendulum. Anyway, since I have checked, I was told the proceedings are happening today also, and she would like me to do a new Scrabble throw on the new stuff, or whatever she wants to talk, or he wants to talk. I will just show you. I'll just see what is being said. Also, okay, so Varsha, you are with me, darling? You file name cat. There are more than few souls hanging around the house right now. Okay, so I've just done a little offering. It's not much. But it's like stuff that people could like. Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi is with you. He's the one who used to say Achhe Din Aayenge, which is primarily what I got today. And I will put it inside this, over here to show what I got with the time. What Shirdi Sai Baba gave me was good days will come, you will be happy. And that's when I understood, hey, 1 minute, it is possible that there is somebody around here, and it's probably Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, whose identity is being used by perhaps some nefarious shapeshifters, the criminals, and it is not the real Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, because all through I have got that he was put in a nidra state. He was harassed a lot, the way they do it in our sleep also. and they are being called criminals. So if Mr. Modi is here, please tell him that there is his kind of food. That's why some theplas were offered, and dahi is there, chas is there, also some carrot, some rotis are there, and this little farsan that I've offered. Okay, I know you can't eat. I know you can only smell it and get the, only you can sense the food. You can only smell it. So anyway, all I'm saying is, you want me to do a new throw? Those proceedings in the lit realm is still going on. It was happening today also. So you want me to do a new throw on it? I will do a new throw. Whatever you want to say, please go ahead. I will only do the interpretation and keep checking with you if that's how it is. Okay? Okay. Anne is Anu, my mom, Anu Sadrangani. Varsha Advani and I were both born to Anu Sadrangani. I'm JAYA.ADVANI, the holder of the pendulum on the 18th floor of Bangalore 560077. Varsha Advani, she's little dainty, even though she's not, I used to be more skinny and dainty than her as a child, but when we grew up, she's become dainty. She's like my dadi, lot like my dadi, dada, and, she's got some features of it. If you look at it very closely, she looks like my dada, Mr. Hukumat Rai Gurmukdas Advani. She looks a lot like him. She's quite a lot like him. The only point that we have to be careful about, and she's got a little Kailash auntie also in her, only thing we have to be careful about is the ones who do the crispring, they always try to represent the old family members better than the originals, because that's where they grab the sentiment. And that's what the danger is. They always do things bearing the ego of, I don't know how they manage it, but they do it better than the originals. All this time, this is what they've been doing because they need to take something from you. Anyway, I'm going to turn to this topic. Okay, it is still continuation of the previous read. I'm going to say this and then do the new throw. Okay, this is about Mama, and when she was in Chile, what happened with her? Is this about that? About Anu Sadrangani being taken to Chile, which is a foreign land, and what happened to her over there? Okay. So it says, "Oh, I weep, moan, foreign." This is the previous read. We've already done 2 sessions of it. I told you she died after being shown on dark web. Very badly treated on the 12th of July, very badly harassed on the 12th of July 2025 and the 17th of August 2025. She passed away now, last 3-4 days or 5 days. This is when I put it out, whatever it is, it's documented on YouTube. After that, the proceedings have almost immediately started. Okay, so these are some of the topics that have been discussed in the lit realm of judges. This throw, as I told you, okay, so this was what was thrown on the okay, WIIP, whip, but it's not whip. I take it as WHIP is different. This is WIIP, ohm, or phone, EA. Okay, but just to show you that this is the same thing, because that's now old topic. Here it is, why is this the same thing? So all we need to see is that This is from that only. So it's WIIP. Anyway, this is coming to an end. Phone, EA, or Om. Okay, we just need to establish this much. So when she's talking about being taken abroad, weeping and mourning in the foreign land, there is a very heavy inquisition happening. Forget your sit. अब जो है लिट realm of judges जो मरते हैं बॉडी छोड़ के और आत्मिक रूप से जीवित होते हैं. अगर तुमको इतना भी आता नहीं है तो तुमको आता क्या है, तू एक डिसीजन पे कैसे आ सकता है? If these very core issues you are not able to address, you don't have this ground knowledge, other than complicating a situation, coming to no conclusion, what are you good at? तो अब जो कुछ भी है, including you, is going to happen only from the spirit realm. Your Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi is nowhere. There are criminals, 12, 13, 14, 20 of them, shape-shifting. You even know which country they come from? I'm going to close this right now because he has said just do a new throw. So I'm going to do a new throw. Okay? Okay, so let's see whatever we get from here. We just do the throw. So whoever's over here, whatever spirit is over here, whatever you want to tell me, please give it through the Scrabble throw, whatever you wish to discuss. This is what I've got. That's an extra piece. We have ER, the first thing, or we have the era at. Just give me a minute, or I'll just take this out. ATS, era ATS, U Z Q C R. RC is Ruika Chagla. A girl from Tamil Nadu who is shape-shifting for Ruika Chagla. And D. Z and D. Here there is no NDM नहीं है, W है जो उसको उल्टा करे, माना कि असली नहीं है. W को उल्टा करूँ तो NDM मिले. I want to know the duplicate NDM जो है वो कहाँ का है and actually वो कौन है. Ruika Chagla Mistry is a W. Turn it around, forcefully it will become an M. शी इज़ नो मोर, द रियल वन इज़ नो मोर, उसके लिए कोई है जो शेप शिफ्ट करती है। डी से जुड़ी हुई है, जी जो है पाकिस्तानी ISI स्पाई, इन एक था टाइगर, ये चला रही है ATS को। कहाँ का ATS? डोंट नो। That means all the information that's been given is all bloody fucking hogwash. Bullshit. ऐसे fibbing, lying, dance drama करके she is showing them the bone, telling I'll give you this, give you that, and then फसाउing them. She has gotten rid of so many people in this cheap manner, it is not a joke. Plus one more thing, एक guy है जो CCTV हमारे लिए किया, is a sweet guy. 2-3 टाइम बात हुआ है. Now whenever the miscreant comes back to Purva Palm Beach, she goes cutting things. Now most recently she has broken a lock in my bathroom yet once again. Luckily there was somebody to fix something that she has broken, so he's come and fixed it, and okay, all right. But I'm saying, look at the jurat of the ugly woman or this third-rate criminal trash who are rats. You dare to call the NIA Yuva? There should be a military inquisition on the SIT, on the ATS, on the NIA, and the question of how you become Yuva. I'm on the 18th floor. Through the bathroom she's breaking and coming. How she's coming and breaking things in my home? What hooliganism is this in a gated community? How you can say India is on its feet? Q, you are that brown girl from Tamil Nadu. She has come here working amongst one of them who has worked over here as Madhav E. Reddy from Andhra Pradesh. This one's from Tamil Nadu. She has shapeshifted for Rohika Chagla Mistry also. She's primarily got to do with the ISI. Connected with that old D. They are ratting away in the ATS. The ATS is a joke, and then they're calling the National Intelligence Agency Yuva. How is it happening? NDM, who is he's no more. I am telling you, he's no more. This guy is that guy I saw picking up very, very lazily stuff from the streets. He's not interested. He's got little fuzz on his face. He's brown skin. He doesn't even carry a bag. You know, when you're looking for stuff on the street, when you're picking up stuff, generally they carry a bag. He's not even carrying it. He's not bought. He's like listless. So is this that guy? QU rat ATS Tamil Nadu NDM. बट NDM मना के कोई यहाँ से NDM के लिए शेप शिफ्ट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन NDM असली जो है वो है ही नहीं. This is one of the 12, 13, 14, 15 shapeshifters on timeshare to feel the experience. Like this, they have gone doing the ET of the ED, biometricking themselves to dead RSS people and the ATS. Otherwise, how can you have rats ratting at the ATS? How is it possible? How is it possible? तू हमेशा यहाँ पे क्या NIA को तुम युवा युवा बोलता है, तुम पागल है कि क्या है? तुम यहाँ का तो है ही नहीं, क्योंकि तुमको यहाँ का सिस्टम आता ही नहीं है. यहाँ पे लोग जो है काफ़ी मैच्योर होते हैं. एक तो एजुकेटेड होते हैं, लिटरेट होते हैं, इंटेलेक्चुअल होते हैं. यहाँ का जो इंटेलेक्चुअल कैपिटल काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, लिटरेसी भी बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. जैसे जो कोई भी लिटरेट होवे बचपना जो होता है ना वो निकल जाता है। युवा युवा कुछ है ही नहीं। ये युवा युवा जो तू कर रहा है, तुमने पाकिस्तान के कैंप्स में ऐसे तो नहीं किया है बच्चों के साथ अल्लाह का नाम लेके, or in the Middle East where you have trained young people for all the wrong activity. The point is over there, if people are not educated, then maybe they will fall for those tricks. Here it's a little more difficult because people over here are educated in India. Point is, if you have used very heavy tactics of, let's just say, ratting and also stealth mode, getting rid of many people, then that is really hitting below the belt. I mean, that is not even war. That is outright stinkingly stealing. You got no premise. And anybody who follows you, अगर उसका इंटेलेक्ट तुम्हारे जैसे है ओ लेवल का, then all the best to them. Let them at an आत्मिक लेवल stay with you only for now eternity. क्योंकि उसने कितना कंट्रीब्यूट किया है डैमेज को और भी डैमेज बनाने में, वो भगवान जानता है. Yes, it can be Raz also, it can be raise also. Better still erase बोलूं तो और भी. You know what raising down is? तो पता है raising down क्या होता है? वो lawn mower जो होता है या बिल्डिंग को गिराना. When you are raising down a building, which means you call that heavy equipment to come and break the building down. That's to raise the ATS, to raise it down. Of Tamil Nadu, you've already done that? You've already gone screwing around with them? You've done this recently? Now this is interesting. Rohika Chagla, Ramesh Advani, Chitru Advani, except that Chitru Advani, Chitra for Suchitra, but it is Suchitra Mirchandani Advani was murdered in 1986. You can't call us the ISI when my grandfather is a zamindar, well networked enough to be able to sell his land and then move 4 years before there is partition. Just move from Sindh to Bombay. You can't throw that trash on us because I don't think any of us actually give it any of this activity. Neither has the ATS, nor with stuff that wants to raise them down. We've been successful in the past making money. Rear to entry you have entered, found God knows what, then started ratting your way and creating confusion in society. You got one equipment, it is called cloning. That also stolen from somebody who had lots of money for research. अब एक आदमी 10 आदमी ऐसे जगह पे उनके पास इतना पैसा है, लेकिन उसका जो बाकी का जो नेबर्स भी है और उसका खुद का देश. Most people have less money, but the majority is those who don't have much money, and it is in quite a large majority. Then those 10 people who have the money to spend, how safe are they? If they are very doable, what happens to all their contacts, what happens to all their money, and what happens to all the research that they've done? If it goes into the hands of those who got rid of them, then that is criminal activity. And if that kind of research gets into the hands of the criminals, how are they going to use it? They are not the Illuminati. They are not the Illuminati, they are criminals. चेहरा वो बदल सकता है, चेहरा कुछ भी ले सकता है, वो इल्यूमिनाटी नहीं बनता है क्योंकि वो मर्डर करता है, झूठ बोलता है, ग्रैबिंग ऑफ अदर पीपल्स एसेट्स करता है, फिर रिसोर्स एंड रिसर्च जिस पे कोई और खर्च किया है वो लेके ये बस फूलिंग अराउंड करता है, एंड ही इज जस्ट using somebody else's resources and then using it for a criminal activity. So you have a cook with a knife, you have a doctor with a knife, and you have a criminal with a knife. They're going to use it very differently. The doctor is dead, the cook is dead, all three knives are with the bloody criminal. He couldn't care less. He's going to get what he wants using those weapons. He is a criminal. Again, South America, South Africa, these are all places where there's very heavy criminal activity. Now, she has been taken to South America, Chile. She has gotten rid of the real Anu, she has gotten rid of the real Rohika Chagla Mistri. They have put it on Agnello Fernandez, and she's saying it is Agnello Fernandez, the real son of Rosie Fernandez. I had to ask, was he done away with and did some criminal come in his place? She's saying, no, it is the same original son. So the woman at Sunbeam Chambers is an ISI lot. They have worked cleaning our home, so then Rosie Fernandez's kids or whoever was recruiting these guys would have recruited every person that ever worked for us. And that's a lot that has been guiding you. You've been taking your cues from them and turning against people who did nothing to you, don't do criminal activity, don't have financial problems, have contributed to financial betterment as much as they could. You took your cues from who? Even Red Riding Hood could make out. Dadi jo बैठी है on the chair and that bed. जो वुल्फ है बोलती है grandmother, granny, why is your face looking different? Why your eyes are looking different? Even she's questioning, why is that wolf looking different? Pretend you be the granny who is eaten up before that. You as whatever you are, how you are not able to do so? Tamil Nadu is in a rut. If you got people from Africa as early as Audrey Hepburn days, Audrey Hepburn born in 1929, my mom born in 1947. If genomes were stolen and, let's say, experimented with in those days, we don't know. Because, scientists and researchers don't care. For them, it's just an experiment. They just assume, okay, take this, add this component, take out that component. give it the Indian twist, and then place it in India. Then actually remote control view also कि क्या हो रहा है इस particular creation का. How have they adjusted? No, it's very sickening. It's very sickening. It's very sickening. When Adam and Eve could produce their own children, who are you to interfere? Now, to daze someone, is it mind control? Is it brain control? I don't want to read this. This looks so sad, you know. You get rid of this, you still have Rohika Chagla. The guy from Tamil Nadu shape-shifting for Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi is the criminal. I'll need to ask if Rohika Chagla was taken to South America. Is that what happened? And she was dazed? I'll have to ask. Q South America Tan NM, but not the original. Rohika Chagla True Days. That's mind control. Darling, I'm a little confused over here. We're talking about Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. What you've given me is Narendra Damodar Das Modi's replica, his shapeshifter. He's a criminal. He's from Tamil Nadu. Is he the same man whose vision was shown to me picking up listlessly with a brown face, little fuzz on his face, picking up from the streets like a bangarwala, but he's not holding a bag? Is he the guy? Is he that guy at Azad Maidan sleeping on the footpath pavement opposite the Azad Maidan police station? That was the other vision I was shown. So you are telling me there is a man from Tamil Nadu who was picking up stuff from the streets in his earlier days. He's pretty listless. He is the criminal. He shapeshifted for Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. Now my question over here is, was Rohika Chagla Mistry taken to South America in any way? Are you saying this man from Tamil Nadu, is he from Tamil Nadu, the fuzzy faced guy with a brown skin who's shape-shifting for Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, who's late Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi? Are you saying he is responsible for two situations? Anu being sent to South America and Rohika Chagla being brought into Lonavala as Anu Sadrangani, ex-Mrs. Anita Advani, or then Anita Merchant between 2011 mid to mid 2013? You're saying this is the man who's responsible for both situations? Is that what you're trying to say? So you are trying to say Rohika Chagla, and he is the one responsible after murdering Rohika Chagla Mistry, the original, fitting in people from poor, poverty-ridden backgrounds, maybe from the streets, God only knows who. But you say about 20 of them, poverty-ridden backgrounds, some from abroad also, are all Indian? So there are some who are foreign also from the bottom of the pyramid. The foreign ones are what? Rich people? The ones who are picked up from foreign land, are they from, well-off backgrounds? So the ones from outside and overseas from India are also poverty-ridden people or from financial poverty, financial problem backgrounds. So this guy is the reason for the problem with the ATS. He's responsible for the shapeshifters he has picked up for murdered Rohika Chagla Mistry, both from India and abroad. He's also responsible for our mother, Anu Sadrangani, being sent away to South America for dazing people. That's mind control. He's hand in glove with all the criminals. SA stands for only South America over here. SA stands for South Africa too, or Africa in any way. Are you trying to tell me about Africa too? I'm trying to understand. Murumu is actually fully Indian. The President of India, is she fully Indian? Is there any connection to Africa in any way when it comes to Murumu? No, in her bloodline and in her DNA, is there anything connected with Africa? Or any kind of a deal with Africa for a convergence of India-Africa in some way? And not trade deals, but literally like merging borders. And then on the back of it merging, I guess, the finances. Is it advisable to do so, to merge India with all our neighbors and take it as far as Africa? Will it diminish India's authenticity, its ethnicity, as well as its prosperity? I want to ask a question over here. You say it's going to take 7 years and the beast is going to get caught and he's going to be put down. The military is going to do that once they understand the situation. Is it in the Akashic records that this is to happen? You're giving me a promise, you're giving me an oath, you're saying this under oath. Shirdi Sai Baba has confirmed it to you. Okay, let me see what more the reading says. The name Sanna is important and Tana is important. Sanna worked for my sister when baby Sharanya was born, and I told you she wiped her face with a very dirty kitchen cloth, and Varsha was pretty angry at that point in time. Now, did she go on to do jobs of shape shifting? W is also hotel. Is it got anything to do with that? So the true Rohika Chagla was dazed, maybe crispered without her knowledge by Sanna, who is connected with Tana ji by any chance, the Hath Gadi wala in southwest Bombay. So we have South Bombay and Southwest Bombay comes to Bandra. So Tana ji is the one who I was told the Hathgari wala or the delivery man for paper delivery to the printer's office for my father, whatever little that was happening, a very rude man. Very, very rude man. Now, that go down, apparently he started using it for living over there. And so when it comes to Akhil Chani, he may have had a problem getting it back. Okay, but then the only thing I know about Tanaji is he used to come whenever he needed to take the challan from the house. He would come pick up the challan from the house at 8 in the morning, 7:30, 8 in the morning, because he has to do the delivery afterwards in the daytime. Okay, depending whether it's a tempo, whether it's a truck. So there is a version of Varsha who's very quick at getting these guys to do work. She's not the real JAYA.ADVANI. She should be the one who has been shape-shifting for her. Like Rohika Chagla Mistri, JAYA.ADVANI, the original, also has about 10 to many shape-shifters. Out of them, at least 3 are dead, over and above my own sister. You understand? You understand what I said? You're talking shit in my ear. DNA, Azure, at, Southwest, RC, SC, STC, SCT, SCT. So there is somebody who's from this section of society, the scheduled caste. Is that what it is? Scheduled tribe? STSC? So there is someone from that caste who is, it's not about the caste. It's got nothing to do with the caste. It's about what they're going to do with the assets. What they have done to India's police. You dare to call the NIA Yuva all the time. You're making fun of them, or what are you doing? You're not from this country. You're not from India. That's for sure. And you're not educated and you're not literate. You are highly unintelligent. You're not from India, for sure. So, in awe of RC's DNA, the EU is in awe of RC's foreign DNA. They're from the ST-SC classes. Now, how did that research get into their hands? From where? If it is not, first and foremost, these guys, with this DNA CRISPRing, they have brought in so many Naxals and militants to pretend to be urban Naxals. They're called urban Naxals and urban militants, which means tomorrow if there is a siege and on top of it there are other normal people also who are jabbed, you're going to have like chaos for no rhyme of reason. You just have people losing it and at each other's throat for no rhyme of reason. Imagine slides are just triggers of the brain. So I told you about Chocolate Baby, that child, and then there's another very sweet child who plays some musical instrument on the street. He's got older sisters or parents, I'm not sure, who also do the same job. They keep a hat and everyone gives some money for their street show that they do. Except the kids look like they're really good DNA. They look like they're CEO's children. That's just stolen genome. That's just stealing genome. You didn't like their parents, what's the problem? Their parents they put you in awe. So if they put you in awe, why are you not letting the genome stolen by you? Why are you taking them to the bottom of the pyramid jobs? That's called child labor. These kids are not to be monetized. After all, human rights was brought up by NATO itself. How come you don't follow your own rules? That kid is 3 years old. Again, I am repeating, many people of the Illuminati have passed over. Don't trust anyone just like that. You don't know where your murder will happen on the back of somebody who's pretending to be the Illuminati. They are not, they just grab the face. Be very careful. It's already too late. Anyway, I don't think you're illuminated, otherwise we wouldn't have this shithole happening around the world the way we have it. You don't understand the concept of Advait, please don't make a fool of yourselves. First and foremost, you don't have the right to go to war with DNA. You don't have the right to grab anything you haven't earned. Especially not human birth, especially not other people's God-given births. That makes you the lowliest of the lowliest. A fire, what is the state of Nark? Worse than Patal, where the demons go to? It is life, existence, the way you are in the body, except you don't have the body. But you have everything that the body has. Your understanding is like the body. Except you don't have your organs to communicate. So if you are bacteria or you are any form which can live in swamps, live in fire, live in boiling water, shit, piss, vomit, pus. What is it? They are microorganisms, bacteria, parasite. What is it? What is it? So that's Nark. That's the state of existence at Nark. Most people don't do so bad karma that that's the only existence you get. You are understanding what I am saying? She has given somebody cues or given somebody clues. She's telling you what this is all about, the one who's already passed away. She's telling you what's happening in the world and what you got to be very careful of. So this is why I'm telling you, don't trust the face. Don't trust the ET, don't trust the ego. So what do you trust? Thank God AI is not here right now. In the DNA is the NDA. Maybe he is going to be contributing through all the criminal network that hiding out in the NDA as NDM. M is actually W उल्टा है. तो उसी जगह से वही hidden place से he has sent his connections into Elon's camp, Trump's camp, Putin's camp, and he's going to trigger a war, but well planned, strategized, where he and his associates don't get hurt. Money also doesn't get lost. Treasury of all the countries don't get lost. If at all, it is only painful to the people worldwide. उसको बोलते हैं beast. You understanding? I will ask because I'm a little confused now. I'm a little confused. One thing, did RC, Rohika Chagla, ever try to give feelers and clues or cues to her network that the DNA could be stolen, genomes could be stolen and misused? Did she have the foresight of it? Has she spoken to some people about it who matter? Are any of them still alive today who she has discussed the matter with? So they would know what is being discussed. That's okay for them to know. The other thing that I'm trying to understand over here, we have DNA war and we have NDA war. And we have cure. I'm little confused on it. Are you saying that the NDA, there are two things. One is NDA shapeshifter, the guy from Tamil Nadu. He is doing the warring, misusing DNA through his criminal network at India, Russia and America, Trump and Elon's camp, through his own nexus. And he's responsible for the DNA war, which is primarily cloning people, genomes, etc., whispering, to create the confusion. The other understanding, so is that on track? Have I understood that properly about him? And the term war, have I understood it properly? It's a DNA war, it's a genome war, it is a cloning war. Have I understood it properly? Now the other flip side that I'm trying to understand is the word NDA, which is BJP. So do we take into consideration NDA, war, cure? You're saying there are some members in the NDA left behind who are capable of looking into this matter and they can cure this situation connected with the ST and connected with the ATS. There are some people who are still the originals who can very well look into this matter and cure it. Are you saying that a third world war will cure the problem? Are you saying that somebody or some group within the NDA is capable of stopping the war, curing this problem connected with the DNA stealing, genome stealing, the criminal activity of this guy who's hiding? He's hiding out in the NDA pretending to be NM. He comes and goes pretending to be NM in a roster. They forever rostering themselves, time sharing themselves to one identity, this criminal network. There are people from the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe involved. Are they doing the right activity? Are they doing ethical activity? So they're the ones who need to be dealt with, is what you're trying to say? Does it have to be stopped in time, in the nick of time? Will it get stopped in time? Have they to forget about the human rights and all that rubbish, hogwash, which is criminal rights? Those organizations are still run by moralistic, ethical people. So you are saying that the criminals have divided themselves into various organizations on the back of the DNA war? And so those organizations now are kind of redundant because many of the key positions have been taken by the criminals for their own purpose. So NDA has to use its own thinking, its own knowledge, and go with the sense of what is righteous and what is not righteous, what is ethical, what is moralistic, who know irrespective of the face. Understanding the deed, getting a sense of what the person is about, needs to get rid of them. Or at least, have them, I don't know how they're going to deal with it, but they can do their own strategy. That's what you're saying? Will they be successful? Does it require heavy-handed tactics and lots of cleverness and strategy? I hope they regroup and I hope they figure it out. Okay, I'll just see what else there is. This is interesting. I hope nothing happens to him. Q Rana Da, ATS ST Cure EWZ, whatever it's worth. Cherry Rane passed away earlier. Ramesh Advani couldn't be friends with him anymore. That is after 2005-6 sometime. Then he passed away. His widow could have been badly treated. She bought one more flat in that Kakad Arcade, but she lives all alone, so we don't know what exactly happened. Anything could have happened. Because if there were shapeshifters coming and going from our home, then everything in our network was infiltrated. It is after Bartila has worked at our home, or maybe even earlier. I think 1996 onwards. The proof that I am not part of all this is my being kept on a back foot on purpose. Let's just say a diversion each time something works for me. That marriage and the sham of a marriage also is a very, very, very big hint. It's just very nefarious people, and that's not my background. But they wanted something from us because the resources and the network was something they were waiting probably for the right time. They'd done a lot of the background work, but they needed to do enough unscrewing in society and then go for the kill, which is what they did. So they've been at it since maybe 86. If Mrs. Suchitra Mrichandani Advani was murdered in 1986, and from Sunbeam Chambers being the replacement for that woman who has committed suicide at the same time. So if that was the foul play, and then slowly from that time they have been unscrewing things, they're supposed to be from the Middle East. The key people who are the culprits are supposed to be from Iraq, Iran, places I don't even know. So Rane, why is it that my uncle, who was his very close friend, Mr. Rane, who got a very good, I I don't know, Veer Chakra award or something in those days. So, and he used to have like the gold in his mouth, and all, as kids he used to say, see the gold in my filling. So we remember him because of that, and because of him we used to go to US Club, him and Chandru uncle and Ramesh Chacha. Now the thing is, he used to give lots of bad words. I also give now lots of bad words. I never used to. So Ramesh Chacha is so used to him from his school days. But in 2005-06, after Nikhil got married, I remember Ramesh Chacha coming back from meeting him, and he says, I can't meet him anymore because, you know, he gives too much, he gives too much bad words. So this is Mr. Cherry Rane, but he gives bad words even when we are babies. Like they come home and they drink and all. On Sundays, like if my dad and his brother are getting together, then Cherry uncle can also come, Chandru uncle also will be there, or we all go away to United Services Club in Navy Nagar in Bombay. So he's quite a brave man. So there'll be the sea in US Club. You go for a swim, you need to go in the thing. My mom will say, no, you can't go, the sea is rough. Sure enough, he got caught later on. My dad said no, because we wanted to go with them for a swim. Sure enough, the sea got very rough and he got hit and everyone thought he's going to drown because it was pretty rough, the sea. Finally, he got all cut and all, and he caught on to the rocks, which are all jagged edges. And then he was rescued and pulled out. There were two men who went. And you have the raft you can sit on, but now there's no question of it because the sea was genuinely rough. So he's quite a daredevil kind of person. So I don't know. Maybe we've understood this wrong because it is R.A. is his friend. Ramesh Advani is his friend from school and college. So there was, Ramesh Advani came home and said, I can't meet him now because he gives too many bad words and I can't take it anymore. It's too loud. So I don't know what I'm supposed to understand with it. DC is, my chacha was in touch with many people in America, Washington at that time, because this is rewinding to a time earlier. That time, Ramesh Chacha is one brother of my father Kani. The other one is Tarachand Advani, whose wife is Cynthia. Cynthia Advani was working in Washington in the government, and that time, whoever was the administration, not sure if it was George Bush or Bill Clinton, one of them. So she had moved to DC, and my chacha was left alone in the house in Virginia, West Virginia, or wherever he stays at, Richmond. So then the talk happens in the house, and she's left him and gone. Now they live separately. That's why you shouldn't marry Americans. Silly talk. So that's how I know about it. But is that the same time that Ramesh Advani was in touch with DC and Rane, and Z was on the scene, hidden factor somewhere in the background, screwing around? If she was, who is Z also is the big question. She's supposed to be a Pakistani spy, but if she's a Pakistani spy, who is she really? She's not me. What they did in Ekta Tiger is they went and plugged me with artificial intelligence when I went to New Zealand to study at University of Waikato. They joined her identity to mine, and in the movie, what university they showed, where she is doing some caretaking work over there for Dr. Kidwai, a character in the movie, they went and mixed it with my time at University of Waikato. And that useless show, reality show, useless. Every year it happens, giving you all the nonsense. So that is not the original. वो ओरिजिनल सलमान खान नहीं है. वो यही चीज़ का जो confusion creator है वही है. I am telling you, no है. SKF you must check out properly along with the colors. जो television channel है उसको, and Mr. Raj को definitely you must check it out to the nth degree. वहीं पे गोची for sure है. वहीं पे बड़ा गोची है, बहुत बड़ा गोची है. So I don't know what the curse was. Was Z cursing Mr. Rane, and Mr. Rane with Ramesh Advani's connect to DC through Cynthia, who's his sister-in-law. She's American black. Her daughter came to India. Now I'm looking at the photos. They're doing to Chelsea exactly what they did to Varsha so many years ago when we went to America. Which is, they're always, and so I'm saying, when Chelsea came to India, did she ever return? Or was she offloaded on the way and a clone sent back? Because my reading is saying Aarti has been giving Chelsea money or stuff that was stolen. But if Aarti doesn't like the Advani, she would not give anyone even 1 cent unless she doesn't know something was exchanged. Or the 2 kids are not of the original Tarachand Advani. That means Tarachand Advani never went back in the 90s when he came for a holiday. It can be either or. Nothing in between. You need to check it. It's very, very embarrassing to say these things. But because the situation is the way it is, not beg, it is because. Because the situation is so strange, it becomes very important to put the information out there. Then you need to just see what you can do about it. Okay? Now, frankly telling you all this, we don't know, they don't discuss anything with us, and thank God for that. So it is, the Tao is nobody but the father's brother, who's Ramesh Advani, friends of Mr. Rane, Cherry Rane. Maybe there was research and development. Maybe this is to do with blaming Dawood Ibrahim and Z. It is Ramesh Advani who was in awe in 1996, Dodi Al-Fayed time, where the intel was that he was very much in awe regarding the artificial intelligence, IT, cloning, CRISPRing, but he didn't mention it to any of us. None of us knew anything. So Nick Nixie Nickel was from where? And his sister, standing in for Varsha Advani, came from where? That group of, I don't know about Nick Nixie Nickel and I don't know about his sister, but whoever it is was in 1996, 1997 as Varsha Advani at number 4 Jaswal. During that time, JAYA.ADVANI has been murdered, according to what Deep State Dream here sent me. And that is behind my back when I was at QUT. Second thing, her kind of friends that she has are very different. There's one kleptomaniac over there. Payal Sanin is actually a very fair girl from our preschool days. Here she was dark skin, and not dark skin, little different. That girl can also shapeshift for Anita. As well as Nandita, I don't know. She's got connects back to Gujarat. Her father looks like same Chandavakar, who was in the police. But then you sent me a Deep State Dream where the police one room catches fire or there is a little blast over there. I don't know. Looks like somewhere in Bandra or someplace, I don't know. Okay, I need to put it out. I don't know any of these situations, but I have to say what you sent me. I have to. Otherwise, how is it going to get sorted out? fourth thing to the situation, there is a girl amongst them during the same time frame, 97, 98, 99. You go to the restaurant, it's a very, like, Bhagat Tarachand, it's not very expensive. It's very spicy food. We don't eat spicy food. If you find out from any of the Advanis, truth is we haven't grown up on spicy food. That's the real truth. We can't take lots of spice. I've started eating spice ever since 2008 to 2009, not before that. Before that, I couldn't take it. My whole body goes on fire. But since 2008, I've been able to. I'm happy because I eat a lot more. I got more choice. So when we go to a place like even Bhagat Tarachand, which is not a place we would go to on our own, Varsha has never gone there. But here in 96, 97, 97, 98, 99, we've gone, okay, very spicy food, but half the dish is over. She's got this habit of saying, this is wrong, that is wrong, get me extra, new one. And she gets it. I don't know how she arm twists. So she's good at arm twisting and getting free stuff. Okay? And that's not the real JAYA.ADVANI straight. The other fifth point which is different about that timeline is when I checked with the photos when the girl has gotten married. The one who was at the Sangeet, the one who was at the Mehndi, the one who got married and the one who was at the reception are supposed to be different people for one identity. Yet, we have gone making an appointment with the army for Sagar Matha for her reception. So we've taken an appointment. My dad has had to, kind of request his own network, take the obligation to ensure that her in-laws are happy and we do a good reception the way they want it. Now over there, behind in the background, if these things have happened, how do we understand it? Can't understand how to understand it. This is 2001. Okay? The sixth thing that is strange about this time is Ankur Patodia, Naomi, they're all Gujarati Marwadis, they're a different crowd. Suddenly all of them have, been presenting themselves, and Ankur's knowledge of replication, 1997, his knowledge of the, of people who are too pricey or they're acting too pricey or they're ethical or they're morals, and, so he says there's a way around it and then it becomes a business. And so he's telling you 6 same faces for one pricey woman who will not do what you want, so create 6 more. And there are connections to things like the dance bars in Kamatipura, then the trigger of wanting to show you pain and fear suddenly in the middle of nowhere. I've said before also, that's also very different. Seems to be a lot of manipulation at that time, which is not how we've ever been. What else about, if there's anything else I remember about being different. Varsha doesn't cook in the house actually. None of us know how to cook. But this girl is very good in her cooking. In 5 minutes she'll do something out of the ordinary. Okay? Other thing is, Varsha is not close to my mom at all. It is I who spend a lot of time talking to my mom from the time my mom has left the house. After I've got back from QUT, let's say I'm working with Jones Lang LaSalle or Jones Lang Newton, whatever it was called at that time, Jones Lang LaSalle. Okay, so we've got like a long break for 3-4 days. So we go to the Versova house, which is in the Lokhandwala, Andheri West, right, in Sumantas. We're staying at, we have already moved now to the 14th floor. So these guys are enjoying themselves, and I have to do the report and I have to give it up on Monday. And we've spent like 2 nights over there or 3 nights over there, and Monday I'm getting back to work. But you know what is strange? Varsha and my mom want to share a room, and I stay in the room as I would normally on my own. But the truth is, under normal circumstances, when we stayed on 1301 Sumantas, 1 floor downstairs, my mom will sleep in the living room, Varsha will sleep in a separate room, I will sleep in a separate room. None of us are used to actually hanging around in the same room. We're not comfortable. We all need our own space. So that also is something different. So I say there are some few red flags if we go back into the history and see what are the changes. In Ankur Patodia's position, from Sunbeam Chambers or connected with some Sunbeam Chambers, Were there any people intercepting the calls and shapeshifting one way or the other with your own network and confusing it completely? That's also another highly questionable question. So there's plenty of I think intercepting of communication of all kinds, and then mixing it all up to create great distress for the original Advani family members and the original network of the original Advani family members by outsiders who actually are what kind of background? When they are that kind of background, they including themselves shape-shifting, using their shape-shifting abilities for criminal activities, extended all the way into the ATS. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable, because if you are doing something in a sly, cheap manner, you take the bloody responsibility of it. Don't put it on your ex-employers. And don't use your position because you are 3 generations, 10 generations of financial poverty. Don't do that. Don't do that. And you dare to call it Yuva. You leave your body and go, you will come to know. I think this is all a rewind. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know about QT. There is one version of JAYA.ADVANI who's called QT. Who is QT? I don't know. So there is one version of Varsha who is QT and another version of Varsha who is beauty. Both these versions, I've heard these words, hi beauty, beauty, my beauty is after 2013. QT also after 2013. In my case, my father only tells me I feel like taking a knife and stabbing you. I get you killed for 1 lakh in an accident. To Varsha, he says QT and beauty, but after 2013. But when it comes to our connections, like Mr. Rane, he curses QT. So you can make out, I belong to the original family. QT and beauty belong to the shapeshifters, who he is not happy with, but he belongs to the original lot of people from 70s. Okay, there is an Anne also over here. So she is Anu, ANU, my mom. So she went to South America. She was taken over there and she was dazed out. I'll ask her if she cursed anyone. It's not good to curse anyone, but anyway, she must have been in dire straits that she would have done such a thing. This woman has been shape-shifting for Anu. She has recently run away to Pakistan. अभी निकल चुकी है पाकिस्तान के लिए, थी वहाँ पे, फिर 2024 end when this maid stopped working at my home, the 10 of them, अंकल कहता है फाइन है, और अंकल कोई नहीं है, एग्नेलो फर्नांडिस है, पाकिस्तानी क्रिमिनल। तो उसको सपोर्ट करने वाले कौन है? 1901, 1802, 1803, 1704, 1601, 1602, जहाँ पे राणा रहता है ऑपोजिट देम। Be careful, they have divided themselves on every floor, all the way to the 8th floor. What, you're keeping an eye on my home? For what? How dare you? Who has come and broken this lock over here on my home? Who keeps breaking into my home? It can only be 1901 से चूहा आवे के बाजू में. What you are entering my home for? You have broken my lock how many times? My money is, I'm not ZZ, my money is primarily my father married to my mother in the 70s with my daddy buying all my stuff from before. Nothing to do with you. यूनाइटेड ब्रूरीज का पता नहीं क्या कचरा कर दिया है, वीडियोकॉन का कचरा किया है, 500 करोड़ लिया है मर्चेंट हाउस होल्ड से, हमको डाइम्स बोल के हमारा घर क्यों तोड़ता है? She cursed the raw and she cursed South America when she was over there. Now, and Z. And D maybe. Maybe cutie ko bhi. I don't know. She's had a very tough time. It's not a joke. You are heaping blame on those who have been screwed over. And you have been taking your cues from those who are from over the border, CRISPR to look like Indians. They speak better than the Indians. They behave, they are very charming. They look nice, they behave. So you follow their cues. The amount of damage they've done only on the back of this one trait is not a joke. So Anu at SA, Curse, Raw, QT, D and Z. I'll ask if Anu is still in her body. पूछते हैं. Hello, is anyone with me, baby? Mama, you are here? You let Varsha talk so I can ask her. File name Cat, can you come on? I don't want Mama to go through the trauma of everything again, but I'll have to ask the questions. I want to understand. Anu mentioned in this read, is she in the human body today? Anu mentioned in this read, is Anu Sadrangani the mother who gave birth to you and to me? It is this Anu who got married to JAYA.ADVANI in her first marriage. She got divorced from Mr. JAYA.ADVANI. The time when she was married to Mr. JAYA.ADVANI, Mr. Cherry Rane, Ramesh Advani, his friend, Chandru Mirchandani, their other friend, they used to party together and US Club afternoons, United Services and Navy Nagar, or they used to come home to drink at Forge as well, and used to be long sessions from 11 in the morning to about 4 in the afternoon. That used to be quite common on Sundays when I was an infant. Okay, so Mama was there. Anu is the lady who was married to Kani at that time, about these times when I am talking about. The same Anu divorced Kani Advani, wanting a quieter life, less social, and got married to Kiran Merchant. So this Anu Sadrangani is with you in the afterlife as of now. That Anu Sadrangani is with you in the afterlife as of now. Both are husbands, the first husband and the second husband. Are both of them with you in the afterlife as of now? Okay, I have to ask you about Mr. Cherry Rani. Has Mr. Cherry Rani left his human body? Has Mrs. Suman Rani left her body and gone? She was from Dalhousie. Apparently she had family in Dalhousie. So has she left her body and gone? Their kids' name is Shafali and Shunali Rani. So you're telling me Suman auntie is gone. Cherry uncle is still in the body? He was quite a fighter, so it's good. Okay, what about Chandru uncle, Papa's best friend from Xavier School? Is he still in his human body? Staying at elegant apartments in those days. Is Chandru uncle in his body? Is he with you guys in the afterlife? Papa's best friend is with you guys in the afterlife? So Kani, my father, and his best friend Chandru uncle are together. Chandru Mirchandani and Kani Advani are together as of now. They hang out with each other sometimes. Good, because it's pretty sad that Simal and Varsha don't hang out with each other. Okay, so he hangs out with you, that's good. His wife Chandra Mirchandani, is she with you guys? Chandra auntie is what, still in the human body on earth? Okay, so this is Mama. She was cursing who? She was cursing Z. She thought Z is me. She thought JAYA.ADVANI is Z. Z met Mama pretending to be me, Jaya. If I can ask you one thing, Z is any of the girls who came to my home to do katka? Did Z ever pretend to be Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy post 2022 end and come to this apartment crispered as Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy some some look-alike. Has Z ever visited J1801 in 2023 and 24 under the identity of Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy? She did visit. Z is still in India. Z is still in India. Is Z now hanging around in merchant household at Chowpatty? Is Z in Tamil Nadu? Has she moved base to Tamil Nadu? Is she still shape-shifting in India? Did Z visit Pakistan and return to India in between? Now, in the beginning of 25 to... Did they all scoot because of something for the first few months of 2025? Does Z know the guy who comes and delivers water to my home? Is he Z's connect? Is Z coming and going from Purva Palm Beach today or yesterday? Is she hanging around at Purva Palm Beach? Does she know anybody at 1901, 1802, 1803, 1704, 1601 and 1602? Are they her connects? Z knows Agnello Fernandez. Z is connected with Sunbeam Chambers in any way? Cotton Green and Railroad in any way? They are the same nexus. My bathroom door was broken. It's a very heavy metal. Was that done by Z's people? Was that done by 1901? Was that an accident? Was that done purposely to break into this house? That was done purposely to break into this house at 1801. This was done when? Last night? It was done by whom? Criminals with the intent of murder? Connected with the delivery boy who delivers the water? Connected with him? Connected with the shapeshifter for NDM? Because he's being called out on lots of things. He's the one who has sent somebody over here, the guy from Tamil Nadu. Connected with Cubs by any chance? Connected with Fern's residency in any way? This breaking of locks is done primarily from Fern's residency. Should an FIR be filed? And military called over here, calling out, showing them what this pendulum is saying? and very strict action, because I have from yesterday or day before said I'm going to involve the Indian military and question the police about the action taken against the miscreants. Also the NIA, and what is it that they're keeping on calling the NIA's name in my home and calling them Yuva, primarily demeaning anything that is of any worth and stupefying everybody. Okay, let me get back to the throw. So just to show you I'm going to close this read over here because I'll inject how my door has been screwed with. A bathroom door. This is the So Anu has cursed the truthfulness of Ra based on the confusion provided to her when she has met Z, either shape-shifting as Jaya or Varsha, harassing her to that point where she's gone away to South America. These people are very good at brain control with criminal activity, breaking families up. It's all done with shape-shifting. Interception of calls, interception of communication. I don't know if my mom who is supposed to be a reincarnation of Queen Anne, whether it's true or not, or her name was Anne. I don't know. Or it was connected with Anne Rane. Jerry Rane's sister-in-law. My mom must have been really harassed. She must have cursed somebody. Whoever really harassed my mom is dead. It's over for you. Even if you went there looking like me, and my mom thought it is me, but it is not me who went. It's not my Atma who took me there to do anything to her. And how she can, what she puts upon me, how it can work on me, because I didn't do anything to her. My name is not even over here. उसने Z पे डाल दिया है. Or maybe Shirdi Sai Baba, I told you, was always the shield. So he must have taken care of it. Okay, so they've got ETs of Anu, who's no more. They've got ETs of Sarah. I don't know what has happened to Sarah Kaur. I don't think she's anymore. Taru Chacha. Mostly these are all dead people. They use these ETs to keep them alive. What they do is they leave bugs around the house. Via the IP address, they connect the house with whatever bugs they've left around to the SATA drive where these ET reels are stored. Last 3 days, they've been playing some Illuminati old lady's voice. Or last 10 days. Sounding either French, European. Very sweet voice, and she keeps talking about her daughter. So they play different people's voices from around the world in my home. They're all dead people. Couple of them must be from the Illuminati also. Connected with Audrey or Aubrey in some way. This is to tell you all the people who are dead and gone. That's why the ETs are there, played from that source. So let's say Bezos's company is being misused. One for content along with X. 1996-97 औरत थी, वर्षा बन रही है, X में काम कर रही है, SpaceX जा रही है, उसी के नेटवर्क से ट्रंप के कैंप में भी है, और कोई नहीं है. सनबीम चेम्बर्स वेरी मच कनेक्टेड. रेजिना पाशिस के अंडरग्रेड्स को हायर किया है. मुत्तुस्वामी भी इसी शैम का एक हिस्सा है टू सम एक्सटेंट, एंड फर्नांडिस किड्स हैव गॉटन इन्वॉल्व्ड इन इट. So they are hit them, I told you. I was told that old people are hit. Mustn't be with a cane. Cane को हमको नहीं लगता है. लोगों को मारा होगा. After all, it is underworld. And Pakistani ISI spy. Put them in a rut also. The cane may not be a mental, it may not be a physical cane. It could be a mental cane. It could be a physical cane. We don't know what these people do. Now, which stars have they caned? That's why I am telling you, do not go with what it is showing you. Use your common sense. So question is, this cannot be JAYA.ADVANI for sure. I told you Taru Chacha came to India. They were pointing to Chelsea in lots of photos. The way they did so, Chelsea came to Bombay in 2005-6 sometime. 5. Prior to that, she came with Taru Chacha. Prior to that, Taru Chacha had come to Bombay in the 90s sometime. Earlier than that, directly the Chidambaram ship, sometime in the 80s. 80s, 90s, now 2005. That's what I'm saying. When Taru Chacha came to India in the 90s, did he ever return? Number 1. Number 2, let's say Taru Chacha was lucky, he went back home. When he returned in 2005-6, who went back? Taru Chacha and the Advanis are not capable of caning anybody. I can't vouch that for his shapeshifter. Tara is Kabir Gupta's daughter. What's this about? We had got star wife staff Tara and Sarah in 2021. I was wondering what to think about it. This is doing a repeat show of what has happened in the past. Because of D, because of Z, unknown to us. Again, same thing. So starve is STARVE. It's saying the same thing in a different way. Okay, so we see what it is. Z can be shape-shifting for anybody. Any woman. Let's hope she's not shape-shifting at CCD. They play late Mrs. Shambhav E. Ingorani's voice a lot in my apartment over here. Want to find out about Shambhav E. Hingorani, S.M. Krishna's daughter, and her sister Vicky? CCD Siddharth is her partner, marriage partner. These people are shameless, this lot. The weapon they have is shape-shifting and just getting into people's identities. They create havoc and they're shameless. According to me, they must have screwed around at Cotton World, Merchant Household, United Breweries. In fact, I got Kela Shanti passed away early 2025. There is somebody who's a Pakistani spy who's hanging around in United Breweries pretending to be her. There is a Filipino agent who has gotten in touch with me on the Pendulum. She says she was murdered in 2015. She had been plugged into United Breweries Cayubi City for the Malayas. She was working over their staff. She says she was murdered in 2015. So I say, what do they get murdering you? So I get it is genomes, DNA. Once they get that, then what they do is they take that and then they create lookalikes. Then they'll plug them back into the Philippines. Now also there are many people who are being refused jobs and they will go back to the Philippines. Point is, are the originals getting back into Philippines or are they, who are they? Most of them work, I don't know, they're supposed to be working as staff in the construction industry and in households. That's what was written. There are about 8-10 countries refusing them jobs anymore. But the point is, these 8-10 countries who are refusing these guys jobs and they will return home to Philippines, who's going to go back? Is it the original or is it the clones? Better still, are they chipped with mind control? Then it's a big problem for Philippines. Can I ask you a question? Because this is got Tara, it's got Sarah, and it's got my mom, Anu. Tara is Kabir Gupta's daughter, Tara Gupta. Tara is Kabir and Shamlu's daughter. Tara is in her human body today. She's still in her human body today. She stays in Bangalore. Is she doing okay? This is the second time I'm getting Tara Sara staff. Are they doing the job of starving people? Is she being forced to do bad karma? Is Tara doing the starving of the stars? She's helping out in the process of abducting and starving the stars? Why is that? Because Kabir is not looking after her. Is Kabir Gupta looking after her? Is her own father Kabir Gupta with her? Was Anu also starved? Is that what you're trying to say? Is there a clone for Anu Anita who is doing the job of starving some stars? Does starvation even play a role in this read? Has Tara been starved ever? Tara the star was starved. There is another girl called Tara who's a star. Was she starved? Was Tara Gupta starved? Okay. All this work is the work of Z. Z has worn my face ever, or has she tried mixing her identity with mine? Does Z look anything like me under normal circumstances? Is she a dark skin girl or a wheatish skin girl? Z is not a wheatish skin girl. She's not a dark skin girl. She's fair. Then how she can be caught? I don't understand. Z has ever shapeshifted for Shambhav E, SM Krishna's daughter? Has she ever stood in for SM Krishna's daughter? Has she ever shapeshifted for Vicky at CCD or for CCD? Vicky is still in her human body. Shambhav E, Krishnan Hingurani, is her sister Vicky is still in her human body. Shambhav E, Umesh's wife, is she still in her human body? Umesh Hingurani is still in his human body. They have clones. Z is one of them who shapeshifts for them. At least the girls. She's a Pakistani spy. Is she a Pakistani spy or is she a Middle Eastern spy? Is she from the Middle East? Is she from Pakistan? So now tell me why they are going to leave these companies. Nikhil Advani, Taru staff. She has stabbed Nikhil Advani also and Taru also. That means she has abducted them at some point in time, taken them aside and stabbed them. So whoever eats stew, there's a connect between Z and those who eat stew. So there are rats also and there are cats also. It's that Tom and Jerry game. CA is California. So playing truant with RA, hand in glove with someone who eats stew. So when I returned from QC, Australia, a new little cafe had opened on Kulaba Causeway where you get very good stew. But that was introduced to me by Ankur Patodia and that version of JAYA.ADVANI, who's not the real JAYA.ADVANI. Since most of the problem seems to be that year, or those few years, I had never heard of stew ever before. Chicken stew. I cannot remember the restaurant. It's very small. It doesn't have more than 3, 4 seating, 3, 4, 5 seating tables. So it's really small. You can find out if it's still. These two used to like hanging out here and they used to say they eat here a lot. So again it is taking it to some cousin but not a proper cousin. But Nikhil Advani to never knew about this, nor does he eat stew. There is Koshi Auntie's one version at when we get down at Old Hal Airport. Appam and stew is what you get at KGA. But that's only later years. So that's version of Aki, who is titar, which I don't know if we've ever eaten. We still don't eat it. But he's okay eating titar and brain fire. Peter and grain fry. My father also is okay eating grain fry. But he's okay eating teetar, which nobody eats. So this is when I've come back from Australia. That's what I'm telling you. But I don't have any cousins in Africa, nor do I have any cousins in South America. But if you think about Aki, for Akshay Kumar, he bought a house in Cape Town. In Bombay, his apartment got stolen, his wife's jewelry in lakhs got stolen. Again, I feel that's a message. Maybe that version of Aki actually got pulled off the grid and done away with. Because if you think about my dream which I had at Bonsai Stay, I'm traveling to a place where the grassland is feeling like it's Africa, but I've never been there, so I don't know. What is a giveaway is the girl who tells me to get out of the car is an Afro lady with very closely knit curly hair close to her scalp. The way some of them, so she's traditional, she can be very traditional. So she's not dressed traditionally, she's wearing slacks and a shirt. So she's very to the point and says you need to get down. And the driver also has kind of swerved the car somewhere else. I told you before also, it takes me down through a path which otherwise you can't see. From this road, all you can see is grassland, grassland, grassland. You don't know there's a drop in the grassland to a cave underneath. From the road, you can't hear the water. At the cave, you can hear the water still further away. And it is lined with some bushes and trees. So you can see little through it, but it's still further away. So when she tells me you have to stay in this cave all alone or whatever, there's nobody, nothing is there. It's desolate, nobody comes there. And from the road, even if you pass, you will never guess there's anything over there. You have to know it really well. It's a kacha road which goes from the grassland down and the drop. So I don't know, was it Aki who this happened with? I've never been to South America or South Africa. So whenever the old HAL airport changed to the new airport, towards the end of the old HAL airport being at the old HAL airport road, in those last few years, you can say last maybe 5 years or 4 years, the stew and appam had started. But simultaneously in Bombay, for sure 1997, the stew, chicken stew at the Kulaba restaurant had also started, which had never happened before and not even after. I stopped afterwards. One more thing that was introduced to me at that time was Gomanthak food. So is this a handshake between a shapeshifter for Ankur Patodia and his girlfriend? him from Stew land and she from the Gomantak land, a Marathi and a Keralite. Though the real Uncle Patodia has his mother's very nice high profile relatives in Alipore in Calcutta. Traditional Marwadis. That means he is no more, he is dead. Otherwise, you will not have his ET. So he has been what? Experimented on by this doctor. Freak. Most unethical. You have taken my sale agreement, my leave license agreement, connected with South Africa. You're not even from this land. You're going to call me names, you're going to lie about me, and you're going to steal my stuff. And the Indians are stupid. They're going to follow those kind of fuck-all cues. How many people have you murdered? Who are true Indians, who you replicated with trash and criminals, immoralistic, unethical bastards like you. How many? पैसों के लिए क्या है प्रॉब्लम? तुम्हारा जो देश जहाँ से तुम पैदा हुआ है, क्या तुमको वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं मिलता है क्या? अगर नहीं मिलता है और तो इतना डेस्परेट है, इतना शेमलेस है. Ever thought the world is so beautiful, so big, while you got born in that shithole only? Surely not because you've been a piece of shit in past lives also, doing bad karma, lacking ethics, so you get what is your reward according to the birth that you get. और भी खराब करेगा. He is no more. Doctors are involved, that's for sure. The ETs are reels of the mind. The jamming happens by doctors. Again, I am telling you, not Dr. Reddy, but Reddy is. They're definitely shape-shifting, coming and going from that hospital shamelessly. Somebody from there has been affected amongst the founders and his daughters or his son-in-laws. You'll have to do the figuring out of behavioral patterns to figure out where. Doctors are supposed to cut this in. Now you tell me. What I told you about, this is South Africa. So please find out about Murmu, who is the President of India. Along with Kazakhstan, Yemen, Oman, Iraq, Iran, Syria. That's a group of people operating in India and the Indian Parliament. Very high level criminals from that area. Don't know what kind of training. Cloning is the name of the game. This can be two things. He wants people to fight with each other. The beast is still alive. This incident has happened. Maybe Raw went to sort it at South Africa and South America, or pretended to do so. If they thought they were sending Kiran Merchant's already dead, taken underground in the year 2000, shape-shifted for. He's had many shapeshifters. So if you send someone to South America or Africa and Anu went along, that was not Mr. Kiran Merchant. Now, how many of you are still alive is the big question, simply because, well, things were put up on the dark web also. You have to sort problems out. Anu went through a very, very tough time over there, is what my reading is repeating itself. So you primarily sent a criminal with Anu.